Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanishalaakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Narayanam Namaskritya, Naram Chaiva Narottamam, Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet. In this session, we'll be discussing from the 22nd and the 23rd verses of the 12th chapter of the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. The 22nd verse is as follows. Mrigendra iva vikranto nishevyo himavaniva titikshur vasudevasau sahishnuhu pitarav iva. The meaning of this verse is, this child will be as strong as a lion and as worthy a shelter as the Himalaya mountains. He will be forbearing like the earth and as tolerant as his parents. So the wonderful qualities of the child Parikshit are being described by the Brahmanas who are performing the Jata Karma, samskara for the child. Yudhishthira is hearing all this and he is very satisfied that such a qualified child has actually taken birth in his family. So in the purport, Srila Prabhupada explains, one is compared to the lion when one is very strong in chasing an enemy. Among the animals in the jungle, the king of the jungle or the forest is the lion, because the lion is very strong in chasing an enemy. One should be a lamb at home and a lion in the chase. So this is the moral instruction, that however strong one is or powerful one is, that strength or power is not shown at home. At home, in front of elders, family members and other well-wishers, one should be very mild and humble. But somebody who is a Kshatriya, he should be like a lion in the chase, means he should be very strong in chasing the enemy. And Srila Prabhupada says the lion is never a failure when it comes to chasing an animal. Similarly, the head of the state should never fail in chasing an enemy. Yuddhe cha api apalayanam. This is the description of the Bhagavad Gita. The qualities of a Kshatriya. One of the qualities is he never turns his back when challenged to fight in a battle. The battle is always fought till one of the two kings or Kshatriyas are defeated and they are killed in the battle. So a Kshatriya is never afraid of fighting an enemy. That is the courage in battle. Courage in battle. So this Parikshit will be very, very courageous and very strong in protecting the citizens and subduing the enemies. Then the next comparison is made, the Himalaya mountains. The child will be as worthy a shelter as the Himalaya mountains. Now Srila Prabhupada explains the speciality about Himalaya mountains. There are many mountains all over the planet Earth, but among them something special about the Himalaya mountains. What is special? Srila Prabhupada says the Himalaya mountains are famous for all richness. What are the different kinds of riches in the Himalaya mountains? There are innumerable caves to live in, especially the Himalayas. There are caves where anybody can live. Numberless trees of good fruits to eat. Plenty of fruit trees are there. If you have been to Badrikashrama, Badrinath in the Himalayas, surrounding that area, there are many lychee trees, and in season they give so much fruits. There are fruits which fall off the trees when they are fully ripe, and the local people, they just pick those fruits off the ground. So plenty of these lychee trees are there. In some portion of the Himalaya mountains, there are apple trees. Like this, there are numberless trees of good fruits to eat. Then there are good springs to drink water from. And springs are also hot water springs, cold water springs. All kinds of nice springs are there, and they are rich in minerals. So they are very, very healthy, and they are very satisfying. They can quench the thirst very easily. And whoever takes bath in these springs are refreshed, because water is very refreshing. And there are profuse drugs and minerals to cure diseases. All kinds of minerals and herbs are available in the Himalayas. So Srila Prabhupada says, any man who is not materially prosperous can take shelter of these great mountains, the Himalayan mountains. And he'll be provided with everything required. For shelter, there are caves. For taking bath, there are nice springs. Even hot water springs are there. And then there are nice trees which give nice fruits, and there are drugs and minerals to cure diseases. Everything is available in the Himalayas. Both the materialist and the spiritualist can take advantage of the great shelter of the Himalayas. Now, materialists we have understood. They can get all their basic needs very easily in the Himalayas. What about spiritualists? In the Himalayan mountain range, there are millions of holy places where formerly some pastimes of the Supreme Lord in his various incarnations had taken place, or where some tapasvis, great sages, have performed tapasya and sanctified the place, where some important sacrifices were performed, where the devatas came and actually performed different spiritual activities in the past. Like that, there are many holy places, places of pilgrimage. There are many temples of different deities in the Himalayas established in the past by different devotees, different sages, different saintly persons. Even there is Vyasa Gufa, cave of Vyasadeva in the Himalayas, where Vyasadeva sat and meditated on the Supreme Lord and compiled the Srimad Bhagavatam. That place is even now visited by devotees. It's near Badrinath. It's in the vicinity of Badrinath. Badrinath is also the place where Naranarayana Rishi are even now performing severe austerities for the welfare of the entire world. The incarnation of the Supreme Lord as the twin sages, Nara Rishi and Narayana Rishi, they have come to teach us the importance of performing tapasya, having got this human form of life for the sake of achieving ultimate self-realization. So they are themselves teaching by their example. They are engaged in performing tapasya in that Badrinath area. So in to commemorate that, a temple of Naranarayana is established in Badrinath. Even now you can visit that temple, visited by many devotees. Naranarayana temple. So many holy places are there. For spiritualists, the atmosphere is surcharged with spirituality. That is a special thing about the Himalayas. So both materialists and spiritualists can take advantage of the Himalaya mountains. Therefore, the child is described as great shelter like the Himalaya mountains. No other mountains are as rich in so many resources like the Himalaya mountains. So these Himalaya mountains are very special. Then it's also described by Srila Prabhupada, on the surface of the earth, there are so many disturbances caused by the inhabitants. In the modern age, the people have begun to detonate atomic weapons on the surface of the earth. And still, the earth is forbearing to the inhabitants like a mother who excuses her little child. Earth is called Mother Earth. In the Vedic conception, there are 7 kinds of mothers. Atma Mata, Guru Patni, Brahmani, Rajapatnika, Dhenu, Dhatri, Tatha Prithvi. These are the 7 mothers. Prithvi, Mother Earth. So, because the earth provides all our necessities, we grow grains on the surface of the earth in rich, fertile places. Then we cannot manufacture these grains in some factories, not possible. We can only grow them on the surface of the earth. Then there are so many trees, fruit bearing trees. And then in the earth, there are minerals and metals. We can mine the earth for so many minerals and metals. Like that, the earth provides everything for our sustenance. Therefore, the earth is compared to the mother. So, Mother Earth. And like a mother excuses a child, similarly, the earth is also very forbearing. Like, even though people are doing so many destructive activities, but the earth never fails to provide for the inhabitants of the earth, this planet, whatever their basic needs are. So, this child will be forbearing like the earth. That is the prediction being made by the Brahmanas. And finally, one more characteristic of the child is the child will be as tolerant as his parents. So Srila Prabhupada says, parents are always tolerant to children for all sorts of mischievous activities the child may perform. An ideal king may be possessed of all these good qualities. So this child, Parikshit, will grow up to be a very good king, ideal king, who will be very tolerant towards the citizens in order to protect them and give them good shelter, good protection. So, like parents are tolerant, Parikshit also, as the emperor, as the king, will be tolerant of the citizens, different activities. So, in this way, they are foretelling this Parikshit's good qualities when he grows up. I'll stop here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.